What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Talk Your Face Off. Tony's running a little behind. He's got some tech issues. I'm going to try to talk through this whole time. My voice is still on the hoarse side. I still got a little bit of a cough going on. All that kind of good stuff. So let me know who's in the chat. I see Amir Def. Hey, bud. Hey, weather here has been absolutely horrendous. So I haven't been working on my backyard. So those sketches that you sent me, it's not that I haven't not that I haven't wanted to do anything. It's all been that the weather has been basically raining us out back there. But this weekend we're supposed to have great weather. So hopefully we can play back there a little bit. What's going on, Jeff Walter? What's going on, Badass G, Racing Case 87. Hope you all had some good times. It's been a minute. I feel like I've been I was gone for like 2 weeks, I think. Was I gone 2 weeks? I know I was sick for at least one. I'm not sure about everything else, but yeah, man. So I'm excited. We've got some really fun stuff to talk about. I should probably pull up excuse me. I should probably pull up my show sheet so I can kind of talk about what we got going on. Let's see. So we got a monster heat wave. We've got freestyle. We've got racing. We've got a cheap RC review, UTB 18, and some Dune Hoon to talk about this week. So while Tony's trying to get his cameras up and going, why don't I talk a little bit? Let's see. What can I start with? Let's start with the Dune Hoon. So I don't know if you guys have followed our social, you probably have seen some of the shorts and some of the reels of my Dune buggies. Those things have been awesome. I'm surprised. I actually listed them on Marketplace to sell, and I just wanted to move them because I'm going to make one based off of DR10 now instead of the T-word ones. So I went out there, and they do have Reedy electronics in one of them, but they were ripping. I put paddles on them. We went to the dunes. Those things were a blast. I was super surprised about like how they were jumping and how they were just hooking up and going. Yeah, it was really cool. This monster smash. I know I hadn't seen that one yet. I think you had a change of heart. Just a little one, just for a little bit though. I think it's back on track now. So, yeah, so we took out, what did we take out? We took out the UDR. We took out the King Sling with monster truck tires. We took out 2 sand rails, the Scale Metal Supply sand rails. And we took out my Baja Ray, which was also for sale. And now that one's definitely not going to be for sale. What else did we take out? Oh yeah, my dad took out his Nomad DB8. We had some crawlers in tow, but we didn't actually get to crawl, which was kind of a bummer. Sorry, I'm trying to keep my throat. I don't want to eat any cough drops, but I'm not really coughing much. It's just my throat dries out right now. So took out all those fun trucks, and it was a blast out there. We had a lot of fun. Weather was perfect. It was like 65 degrees, no wind. I could be in a nice long sleeve t-shirt. It wasn't hot, wasn't cold. It was awesome. So we took out, the UDR was kind of the idea that I wanted to go out to the sand dunes for. So much fun. But then I got out there and 10 minutes in, busted an axle. Killed me busting an axle. Hey, look at you.
Busted your axle.
Yeah. What's going on, dude?
Not much. Good to see you again. Keep on going. I've been listening on my phone.
Oh, right on. Yeah, I'm trying to
reboot.
Trying to not cough, man. My throat still gets dry right now. So, but anyways, so we took out the UDR, and that thing was ready to rip. I actually got 2 batteries from Ovonic to make it 6S, to run it 6S like it should be ran. And out of the box, it it just started ripping. It was awesome. I was super happy. And then it just took a weird, like, it wasn't a jump. It wasn't anything. It was like turning the wheel, hitting a dune. And also I heard the snap. And it was like the axle just popped. So ripped the dog.
Is that a known thing to happen with them, or?
From the people that I've talked to that are out there, like constantly running them, one dude said he's broken 3 in like years that he's had it though.
That's
like
not bad.
no,
But you're in sand under power, and
yeah, and these things are heavy.
mean.
Dude, these things are super heavy. It's
But
hard
the
to
hookup
explain.
if you have paddles on is like extra hookup, like
Right. And actually, I didn't put paddles on it for this time. Like, I just was like, I'll just run it without paddles because I don't know how often I'm going to be at the sand. So, but it's still, I mean, it's 4-wheel drive, so it's still cooking. It was awesome. I tried to get the drone out and take video, but the drivers, my dad, my son, just would not like. They would not listen to directions. I was like, literally, I'd be like, drive. I would be like, stay straight, go this way. And they'd go like this way. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, because I'm trying to like get really low. And you know, when you're flying a big drone, it's already sketch when you're like below 6 feet. And so I was trying to get at that like 3-foot level and just pitch
in
and
front
run
of
with
them
them.
track. Yeah.
And they kept on turning. And I'm like, guys, I can't turn like that when I'm that low. And so, yeah, it was crazy.
Racing Case 87 said those videos made me wish I had more sand around here. I have sand around me. I just need to get to it this summer.
Yeah. Yeah. I need to build you a DR.
Point.
I need to build you a DR10 sand buggy. That's what I need to do. Cause dude, these things, oh my gosh.
It looked awesome.
It was so fun. And they would just like with the paddles on, they would literally just keep on pulling. I mean, it felt like you never, even though you're a full pin, it felt like it just kept on going faster and faster and faster until you couldn't go anymore. Like it was, and they're nothing like, it's just the stock Reedy system that comes in that DR10. Nothing crazy.
They're good. On 3S, like they weren't great because we weren't allowed to run 2S or 3S for drag with them. So we were trying to do it all but yeah, on 3S, there was plenty of power. Like,
dude,
it should have been built for 2S if it was going to be a drag car.
Yeah.
For competing, but on 3S, it's awesome. Yeah.
It was a monster. Yeah. Yep. So it was a lot of fun.
It's a fun platform. Easy to work on. Those
super easy
transmissions are pretty bulletproof, kind of like the T brand ones. They've been around forever and they just.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that was the other thing that I had a lot of fun with. I took out my Baja Ray, which I don't do very often. And I had a set of, originally I had them on the Frankenwagon, those 2.2 Baja Pro X's, the same ones that you got on accident. I had those mounted on, you bought them for your rig and they came as 2.2s. I still have them on the shelf, by the way.
You were going to send them with it, weren't you? So I'd put them on my Rift.
Yep. Dude, they are
gnarly. Have you seen my Rift recently?
I did. When I was sick, I saw your video. That thing was awesome. So with all that power, I already edited the video and it's going to be going up probably in the next 2 days. I don't think I'll do it tonight, so it'll be up tomorrow. We'll see. But oh, dude, with all that power, the tires actually balloon up and skinny up, and that thing, it was like you could see the suspension just flop, 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 flop over the sand dunes. And I don't think I sent you the pictures of the major sends that I did with that one. But I mean, it was like, you can't, like a hill is never able to be captured on camera.
Nope.
Like the pitch of the hill. Like, so like those shorts that I had where it showed it jumping off, that did not do it justice. The video that I will be dropping shows what the hill looks like from the bottom. Okay. And so I ran the truck up to the top and I had my dad put it out like a little ways back. And I was like, just line me up and tell me to hit it. So he did, he lined me up and he's like, hit it. And so I go ripping and I kind of eased into it and I let it rip. And then all of a sudden I see him jump out of the way and the thing just shoots out and I land and it's just cartwheel, like bouncing up like 5 feet cartwheel kind of thing in the sand. landed and kept on going. It was awesome.
Yeah.
That thing. I mean, for as big as tires I have on that thing, I was surprised that thing didn't just detonate.
Super One Hander was saying he put some off-road tires on his DR10 and it was crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Hard to
super fun.
control that way.
He asked me about that for the sand drags, if you could do it with the DR10. So, little shout out, Scale Metal Supplies. Tonight's the last night of their anniversary sale.
Oh,
Site wide,
yes.
it's 15% off. And if you've bought from
Even
them
his
before,
tube, he said.
yeah. So, and if you bought from them before, you get entered into a drawing. I think there's something else for a giveaway too. But that the next build I'm doing is based off the DR10 pan that he designed to do a scale rail. So if you have a DR10, this is gonna be the way to do it. So
Okay.
So what I'll probably do, you already have a DR. You didn't sell it, did you? Or do you still have it? You sold it, didn't you?
I had 2 of them and I sold them to Freestyle RC. Which there's a segue about that I want to make later in some rumblings I'm hearing, but we'll do that as we move into the monster truck talk. We'll do that after this.
Okay.
So we can talk kind of briefly about your special stuff too. So
okay. Oh yeah.
We'll talk about monster trucks in a minute here. Hey, Go Man Go and Ed, see you guys coming in here.
What I was going to say is if you had it, I could just make 2 cages and then send one to you.
That's easy enough for me to get another one.
Yeah. They're well, you know what? They are dirt cheap right now. The kit especially.
I think our shop has them. I think Jeff has some.
Yeah.
I'll see.
Yep. Awesome. Feeling a little bit better, Nick B. So before we get into the race talk, I was sick before the races. Like that Saturday, that Monday, or that Tuesday that we were supposed to go. I don't think I went because I was sick. And then I went to the races because I thought I was getting better. And then that Sunday night, it was just like after the race, it was just downhill.
So you just infected a whole race?
No, that was a nice. So I wasn't feverish, so I knew I was fine going out there. Good. And I hadn't had a fever the entire time I was sick. So actually, I went to the doctor, and they're like, "Yeah, you have a viral thing going on." And you're like,
"Wow,
nothing you could do about it." So still recovering from it, but hopefully we'll get over that soon.
I see Earl Moorhead. What's up, Earl? He says DR10 sold. I had 2 of them. I had the original one, which was what? Orange.
They had orange, black, purple, and green.
And then I got the green one.
Yeah.
After when that came out, the green and black.
Nice.
And I never drove the green and black one. Never even drove it.
I
was going to do one of them for just like street bashing, 3S, whatever, and one of them to gear toward racing. But then we were moving, and so I was just trying to offload anything I could in Virginia, not knowing at all what I was going to get into in Michigan.
Right.
And so those were clean. Like the things that weren't destroyed by me sold pretty well.
Yeah.
So the DR10 sold. My American Force, which I bummed about that one selling. But yeah.
Right on. So let's talk about this monster truck stuff.
Monster trucks.
Or freestyle.
So yeah, Max Paul saying the Freestyle RC transmission for monster truck is bulletproof. I was just looking at mine the other day because I've been over in the studio more often. In fact, I should be up there right now, but
dude,
we just got home.
I love the way that studio looks. Like it makes me jealous every time.
So it's getting cleaned up right now. And I was looking at some of my freestyle stuff and just kind of bumming about it. You know, it's kind of weird. And then I heard some kind of grumblings through the grapevine. Well, they've had a post up on their page, like something is coming or something on the freestyle page. There's some kind of thing. And I heard that it's sold and that it's coming back.
Oh.
And so parts and stuff will be available again. My favorite things hopefully will come back, which are they're all, I want to get a second Rapid X chassis, but the servo savers are something I buy like a couple of every year.
I never bought one and then they went away and I was like, I missed my chance. So I need to get one of those for sure. Dude, we've been running our monster trucks a lot lately, I feel like. And it's been a lot of fun. We've been running King Sling with the monster truck tires solid platform.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
super fun. Yeah.
dude, super solid. And I think super durable. Like, hope my dad's not watching. He's a terrible
If he
driver.
is, I hope he comments about whatever you're about to.
He is a terrible, scary driver. Oh my gosh. Like, so he was driving his Nomad, his DB8, like my race car up there, and he put a battery in it and he thought it was 3S and it was a 2S. He's like, why is this thing such a dog? I go, well, it's kind of, I run mine on 4S, so I give him a 4S, and the
You turn it
thing,
down.
I
No.
just put him a 4S and he just started ripping. And me and Dalton are standing up by the truck, and those Nomad DB8s are heavy, right? They're
Yeah.
heavy trucks. All of a sudden, it's like full pen straight at us, not even stopping. And I'm like it was like it. I had to jump, and it went right underneath me. And it's like he didn't even like he was facing us from 40 yards away, full pin straight at us. And it's like he didn't even realize that it was coming right at us. And so I jumped. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, I'm like, it would hurt me, but it'd break the kid's leg. You know what I mean? I
Right.
mean, the thing's probably 8 pounds, 10 pounds doing 50 in the sand, 40, 50 in the sand. It's like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Like, but
Yeah.
I give him crap all the time. So, but he's, yeah,
They're
that
good.
was
And
like,
I buy for my LMTs. Crazy. I buy the every one of them. Like, so I just got that new race kit, and I'm like, well, shoot, what am I gonna steal Freestyle RC servo saver off of to put on this
oh
truck
yeah,
now?
yep,
Like
yep,
every new one that I get, like, where am I gonna get the? Well, if they're coming back and gonna be making stuff,
yep.
that's
Well,
awesome.
that's what I was actually getting at, is that so he's kind of reckless with the cars, and it's fine. I'll fix it or whatever. But then it's like there's two cars that I give him that I don't worry about. And one was actually the King Sling. He was
Mhm.
having a blast with the King Sling out in the sand. And then I normally just hand him a granite and be like, try to blow it up, like see what you can do with it. And we stopped
Is
by a
it a
hobby
3S
shop.
granite?
Yeah.
Do you see? I
Yeah.
just ordered one.
Oh, I didn't, I saw you talked about, I thought I saw
I'm
you
getting
talked
back
about
in.
it.
I'm getting rid of my Max.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah,
I showed him the Black Rock. What's it called? Big
Big
Rock.
Rock. Yeah, those are awesome.
I showed him that because we had to stop by a hobby shop when we were out of town. And I said, this is the one you want. Like, if you wanted to get into it and wanted something solid and something that was stable, I was like, go for that. But
Yeah.
he kind of looked at it because it was on sale. It was like $200 at the hobby shop, or
Hmm.
219, I thought. I don't know. It was
That's
cheap.
really low. 219?
Yeah.
No way. It's got to be like 350. They're usually like 350.
It wasn't over 300. I know that for sure.
Wow.
Yeah. Maybe it was 299. I don't know.
Well, that'd be a killer deal. Scale
Yep.
Metal Supplies, what's up? You got a
We
shout
just
out
talked about
earlier.
you.
We talked about your sale.
Yep.
Max
Yep.
Paul says, I have his most favorite Freestyle RC monster truck. Which one is it? Almost all of mine are built with all their goodies. I've got their the Bigfoot chassis that he had. I've got the huge one, the ZRD.
That's sweet, dude. I like the
Yeah.
ZRD. That's one of my favorite
What's
that you
the other
had.
one? Was a PEI? What the other one is the cantilever shock one. I've got his retro racer that they made, the USA One retro truck, the new retro truck they'd come out with, the Shafty.
I didn't see that one.
Oh yeah, I've got their shaft driven. It's beautiful, and I've got 3 of the Pro Cs, and I have the Rapid X too.
I feel bad,
I've got 'em
Black
quite a bit.
Market. If you're in here, I feel bad because I never got a chance to run your chassis. And just talking about fancy chassis, that kind of thing. So I never got to experience what the difference was once you built a.
ZEI.
Oh, there you go. Once you build a car that had, or a monster truck that had a different chassis on it, I never got to experience what the different was. How the different
His are good,
characteristics are.
man.
Well, I'm just saying freestyle and his, I've heard nothing but awesome stuff about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like,
So his takes a platform like an SMG10 and makes it super cool, right? The freestyles are kind of you have to pretty much get all their stuff if you're going to do their chassis. So that's kind of the difference. You have to buy in
Right.
transmission, chassis, axles, pretty much.
That
all of it.
transmission, I love the way that transmission looks. I've never
They're
ran
huge. Yeah, they're super bulletproof.
it. They look it.
And the word on the street is, and that the axles are going to now be, they're trying to move away from the T stuff, and they're going to be running low C internals
stuff. Ooh, that'd be cool.
in the axles.
Bro, that would be a huge win for them, because then they could just, if someone already had a low C, this guy, I just buy the axle housings, throw all that stuff in there. That's the thing that held me back from all that stuff. You know, brass ring fab, all that kind of stuff. Like, I'd have to buy all the guts to go inside of it versus just take the guts out of mine.
Yep. So it's going to be I don't know all the details. I just know grapevine of what I've heard, and I don't know what his involvement's still going to be. But they're getting the plans and all that squared away for how they're going to get stuff manufactured and all that details worked out. So I can't wait till we find out more and we hear more on the announcements on it. But I just heard kind of grapevine stuff, and I'm super stoked,
dude.
Because I mean, it's my platform for racing. That's what I went into because of the Pro C. Just helping me land and stay planted. So, but yeah, brass ring fab is low C LMD.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I thought they were still there.
I was going to say that, but he's right.
Right on. Well, now that makes me put my sights on some other stuff. So, yeah.
Somebody's elbow coughing. I don't know what I missed.
He says, "What's Pablo looking for?" Oh, I had an idea. We were talking about monster truck stuff, and I was thinking about the trailing arm suspension.
Oh, yeah.
And then I started thinking, there's something that just came in that I might be able to use the ecto trailing arms on this to make it that trailing arm suspension on a monster truck.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, I got to find one of those and measure it out, see what it looks like. So, yeah, I got a package. Maybe we'll talk about it a little bit later.
Oh, we should. We're talking about monster trucks. Why wait? Let's front load some of this with goodies.
All right. So, sitting in my office drawing, right? Doing work stuff. I don't even know if I caught that. Hit the button too fast. Oh, nice. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, UPS stops by. I'm like, I didn't order anything. I'm like, and then all of a sudden I'm looking out, and they talk to our dog and stuff, and I'm looking out, and I'm like, hey, what's that he's got in his hands? It was a nice shaped box, but it wasn't a box. It was like a box wrapped in black trash bags. I was like, either this is like 20 kilos of Coke or something else that's kind of fun. So I was like, I walk out there. I'm like, what's this? And he goes, I don't know. And so I looked at the thing, and I sent you the tag. And I was like, wait a minute. And they surprised me. I got something new. Are you ready? You ready to blast full screen?
Oh, yeah.
Ah! That's it. That's
Did you guys miss it?
That's it. Here it is.
Oh, here you showed it. There it is.
Look at this, dude.
That's clean.
It's super.
The wheels look really cool.
Dude, the wheels are sick. Like, I'm actually really happy with the wheels. Like,
they're very retro.
The whole thing's very retro. I have good aspirations for this ride. It's not a Claude, it's the MT12. So it's associated. It's got a 380 motor. I checked the ESC specs. It can run 3S. I don't know if that little
motor will burn up pretty quick. You have to temps on it,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, so I'll check that out. But dude, the only thing, there's one thing.
Is that a hard, like molded plastic grill?
Yes. And it's got light buckets.
And they're what, like 2 something? How much are they?
I think they're like 200.
220?
Yeah, street price somewhere around there. Here, let me open this up. So what's rad is there's light buckets on the
Oh,
rear.
on the rear too.
And they're just lenses that's covering them. I don't know. I can't see behind it if they're painted or not. Like if you have to scrub off the paint because it's all backed in white. But the front is the same way. The front has headlights and the blinker light in the middle.
That's
And it's
pretty
all
cool.
it's all hard plastic. These all have provisions for lights in them too. But I'm a little torn about this. I love the way it looks.
But shouldn't it be in the bed?
It doesn't have to. It's like a pre-runner. I
Oh
like
yeah.
I like the way it looks. The only thing I'm worried about is that it's that like shiny plastic that
Scratches off real easy.
yeah,
First tumble.
or like break it off really easily. So, but dude,
Can
it's
you unscrew it?
yeah, you can. So I
Oh,
thought
that's
about
what
doing
I'd
that.
probably just remove it.
Yep. So that's what I thought I'd do
Straight
too.
remove it.
But the chassis, dude, is pretty awesome. So it's just a ladder chassis. So
Yep.
that's what got me thinking about the link length. If you could do the enduro or the gatekeeper and ecto links and then do a custom chassis on it and make it look real monster truck. And
Well, real monster trucks, a lot of them just run normal 4-link like that.
right, but you know what I'm saying? Like you could make it look more scale if I cut a chassis that fit it just right.
Yeah.
So the only weird thing that I've noticed so far is the battery
That's the
tray.
front? Okay.
Yeah. So it's the battery tray. A typical 2S pack, like a big pack.
Doesn't fit there, it doesn't look like.
Lengthwise, it would. I'm trying to see if I have one somewhere nearby. Lengthwise, it would. Right? It would fit right in there.
Oh, it's really narrow.
It's not the narrow, it's the height of the crossbar is too low to get it underneath. But the 3S variety,
those little 3000 packs, 3300s,
these,
yeah,
fits no problem. Like no problem.
I bet the same with 2S. So what do they sell
Well,
with it?
they
sell a ready to run pack.
I have this that I've had for a while. It's a little 2S pack, 1800. I mean, it's not going to last very long, but
those aren't going to suck a whole lot either, though, with that small motor.
No. It comes with I don't have it. It's over there. It comes with a.
It's a nickel metal.
No, the Lion batteries or whatever they
lithium
are.
ion. They're not too bad.
No. And it's a little smaller. It's just a little 850 that it comes with. But
okay, that would run out pretty quick.
Yeah. So this 1800 would do the trick just fine. So I'm going to test it on both 2S and 3S. The 3S, I have like 35C. Not that makes a big difference, but I just don't want to cook it too bad. Looks like the Sen. So, okay.
But another question first, so they can answer quickly.
Open diffs, yes. So the cool thing about this, when I opened it up and I started looking at this directly, right? I didn't open up all the documentation yet. And I was just kind of looking at it, seeing what it was all about. The diffs are open, a little loose. I don't think there's any fluid in them. But what's cool is that it comes with the manual is like if it was a kit. So it shows step by step how to build it as if it was a kit. And so it shows the diffs, how they're all put together. I think the transmission is plastic gears, and I think the diff is a combination of plastic and pot metal. I'm going to open it up because I'm going to
Okay.
run it the way it is first. And then I'm going to open it up and throw some earplugs in it or, part of an earplug in it just to tighten it up a little bit. Maybe. I mean, but I'm
See
definitely
how
going
it
to
runs.
open.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to open up. There might not be enough power to slightly lock it up like that. But the other thing I like about it, it's got the CVD axles on the front, and it's got pretty good turning for what it is. You know what I mean? It's like,
I'm curious how the steering will be mounted up like that.
yeah, it's behind the tires. Like it's hard to see there, but it's behind the
Yeah.
tires. So I think that'll be okay. I was actually thinking about making, so it's got that ladder frame style.
Yeah.
So you could put a bumper in there. I thought about making a pre-runner bar for it and kind of like a stinger. You know what I mean? So that way you could stand it on its nose. And because this body, the way it's designed, the pins are back here. So this up here is kind of flimsy. So that's gonna, it's not flimsy as in like the plastic is flimsy, but you
Yeah.
and I
There's nothing
know.
to protect it from breaking. And
Yeah, exactly. And so that's the plan, is that I'm going to put something up like that because the only thing it rests on is the body if it goes forward or backwards. It doesn't, I guess the back hits the frame a little bit, but if I made a little stinger kind of thing right there just to kind of protect it, that would be good. The only thing I think is I only want it to be fast enough to barely do a backflip. I don't know. I haven't driven this yet, so I don't know how fast it is. I don't know how much torque there is.
well, on 3S, we should be able to do it.
You would think so. Because if it was that slow, I mean, if it was just enough fast enough to do a backflip, it's fast enough to catch some air. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And so I'm excited to do that. I'm
Well,
excited
we
to
need to
play
see run
with
videos
it.
of this thing. I'm eager, and I think we need to move our
Well,
monster truck challenge to one. I need to order one.
yeah. Well, they got to come out first. They're still unavailable. I have a feeling since I got mine, they're going to be available by the end of the week.
I went and looked, and it still said I couldn't order.
Yeah.
Notify me when in stock.
So I'll see what happens. So that's the other thing. I don't know tire wise,
How heavy are the tires? Have you taken one
bro.
off?
It is so light. The
The
whole
whole truck?
thing is so light. Like,
So it's not moving a lot of mass then for those. Are
no,
they? There's no foam in them. They're air.
no foam, no foam.
Okay. So
So
very clod like.
very clod like.
Yeah.
But like a shafty clod. I mean,
Yeah.
and honestly, these diffs, I
Is there
know
a
it's
way that you could do shackles on that, like, or to do leaf springs? Is there any type of mount you could put to hold leaf springs on there?
I'm sure there's a guy in the chat that can figure that out. Mr. Andre from Scale Metal Supplies. But I mean, the top, the frame, no problem. But
I know. I meant the top of the axle.
yeah,
I
mean,
guess all you'd have to do is do a wrap around it of some sort.
Mm-hmm. And he's got designs to do that on a bunch of different axles. So I'm sure it could just be scaled up. The shocks, even though they're plastic, feel awesome. And they actually have little bump stops for limiters.
Yeah, at the bottom, they're like clear.
Yeah. And so you could take that out and get even more travel. Maybe not on the front, on the rear for sure.
Seems like quite a bit as it is.
Yep.
Especially if your tires are compressing.
What would be awesome is a servo and axle mount for this.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was asking about when it was saying it was up top there.
Yeah. And if you could run a micro servo, like a Chihuahua, that would be
might
awesome.
be. You'd have to do the bigger one that they have, the 199 or whatever that is.
You don't think I think a Chihuahua would work on this.
It's the gears in it. If somebody hits it wrong, they'll strip the gears. The other one has stronger gears in it. For
it
such
definitely
big tires.
It's got a cool servo saver. I don't see many servo savers coming with Team Associated stuff.
Yeah, but that's going to be for the larger size servo anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would be curious if a smaller, like a 400 or whatever, like a raw 400,
Yep.
low profile on there.
Yep.
That
So
would be cool.
Scale Metal Supply says definitely wants to get one. An MT course is a necessity in the backyard. That's the thing. I think
It's small
having
enough.
2 of these in my small backyard and making and racing these would be ridiculous fun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how fast they are out of the box. I'm definitely going to try it out. But
people are saying perfect for that vintage style 48 monster truck class.
100%.
Mel Myrtle.
So the
Seavart
thing
wants
is
a
about,
link.
do you know how big your Sen tires are?
I have a set of them right over here, I think.
You can tell me how big they are. Reminds me to my Blackfoot. A little bit. Yep. A little bit. 0. I'm going to measure this out real quick. 108. Very much smaller than an SMT10. So these wheels are not 2.2s. Ooh, you know what? These wheels might be, hold on. 108 millimeters. Do you want inches? I can give you inches. Tony.
How far across?
Well, do your overall diameter first. Ooh. The outside of this bead, which is glued, is 2.1, which means these might be 1.9 wheels. What do you got going on the outside diameter?
128
millimeters?
Yeah.
Okay.
128 millimeters. So just over 5 inches.
Oh, those are big compared to this. This is 106 millimeters tall.
Wow, that's like an inch and a half, inch and a quarter smaller.
Yep.
Well, an inch. It's an inch smaller.
And then the width is 69 for the tire. So they're pretty, it's kind of a unique size. What's that in squares? How many squares, Pablo? Well, let me tell you.
This is 74 wide. So these are really kind of tall and narrow, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So these ones are shorter and almost the same width.
Which probably looks good. Although I still do love this style body.
Oh, yeah. Well, speaking of, I was like, what bodies would fit this, right? So you remember this body from my monster truck freestyle?
Fits.
Bob, bro. I'll take the hood off so I can land it.
Booster FPV says reminds him of the Tamiya Blackfoot.
Oh, wait, let's turn it this way. Yeah, it's kind of like that style, but it's. You want to go full screen?
Oh, that looks perfect. Holy cow.
You should go full screen.
I'm going to go full. Yeah, I was just going to say I'm going to go full screen. Yeah, that's like spot on. Maybe a tad bit big, but not bad.
I think it's pretty close.
It's just the door seems really tall.
Yeah. So I'm like, ooh, if I reprint this, yeah, I think it's doable. But yeah, it's kind of a unique size. Like,
so what's the length of it? Wheelbase. I'm gonna have to get a regular ruler. That's what I got here.
Hold on. Whoa.
This one's about 11 inches.
Mine just fell apart.
Booster saying it may be bigger than the Zen. I think it's
it's smaller. For sure it's smaller. I don't know.
Because Zen was still calling theirs 10th scale, and we were saying it was more 12th.
So hold on. Whoa.
Is it like 10?
No, shorter. About 9.5.
From nut to nut?
Yep.
Yeah, so it's 1.5 inches shorter.
A little under 9.5. Yep. And track width. We're at 11 inches wide. So, yeah, man, it's pretty rad.
That's cool.
Pretty rad. So I'm excited to rip it. I'm gonna try to rip it tomorrow. Bring a couple packs out. I'll start with the stock pack, and then I'll run it with a pack like this.
Yeah.
And then from here I'll go to this pack. A 3S. Yeah, that was the thing that was kind of a bummer. I was like, well, hopefully my Shorty 2 packs will fit. Or my Shorty 2S, I mean, will fit, but it doesn't. But that's not to say that I can't mount a 2S, like a Shorty pack like this in the back. I can just put a strap on it right there and it would be fine. Or in the front too. Actually, yeah, it'll fit right in the front just like that. Ooh, that'd be cool.
Velcroed around the...
Yeah, it'd be a little 2S 5,000 milliamp.
Yeah, you could build even a little tray for that. It'd be perfect.
3D printed, baby. Yeah. Super cool.
Would it lay completely flat down like that too? Why bring some of the weight up?
Yeah, it'll lay flat like that. I don't know. I'd have to cut which wouldn't be that big of a deal. Cut the plate so I could put the strap the other way.
Ooh, Stampede body. I wonder if that... No, Stampedes are a little longer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sweet. Yep, it'll fit sideways, so that'll be no problemo.
Yeah, Steve's World is asking about a best wheel tire for his new XRT. The first set is about to wear out. If it's new, how are they about to wear out?
Running on that concrete.
He says he's running on fairways. Golf course fairways.
I think I just blew up my...
Yeah, Stampede are 11-inch wheelbase, so it would be good for the Send trucks. Parma 10.5 Parma body will fit it then. Oh, okay, yeah. 10.5-inch Parma bodies.
Can you find a 10.5-inch Parma anymore? That's the question.
Oh, maybe it's new to him. Yes, David Ferris, that's very true. Oh, he says pavement. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I know that Power Hobby makes some belted tires for that wooden balloon that are that larger size. So that's an option. They definitely make a belted tire for him.
That's what I'm wondering about with this. Like, I don't think there's going to be any options for this.
For the tires?
Yeah.
It's pretty small.
Well, I think it's a 2.2. Or I mean, I'm sorry, 1.9. So across the bead, which we know it'll be smaller, is 2.1. So I think a 1.9 would fit. Right?
Yep. J Concepts Ranger Bigfoot. That could work.
Well, actually, this is saying 2.2 now. Yeah, this is a 2.2 wheel. So I don't know how big the 2.2s are.
I feel like they're smaller than the Sen tires.
Are they?
Yeah.
If they are.
Sen tires are really tall. I've got a set of those here as well.
My munitions are too far back to reach. Here, I'll be right. When you get back, I'm going to go grab my munitions, and then I'm going to grab a set of BKT 2.2s, the ones that come stock with the SMT-10. I lied.
I don't have them.
Can you hang on a second? I'm going to go get my BKTs, the ones that stock for the SMT-10.
Yeah.
and then I'm going to
Yep.
get the munition. Hang on a second.
What's going on in the chat? Love the munitions, Crobolo Studios. Yes, those are great. G Concepts had a bunch of 10.5 bodies. Yeah, that'd be great. That size would be perfect on that. If it's a 9.5 inch wheel, a 10.5 inch body would be perfect. Fishing RC says he might need a smoking motor shirt. That's unfortunate.
What happened?
Or it was fun.
Huh?
What are thoughts on the independent suspension full-size monster truck? I think it's crazy different. I think their name is a terrible idea. They're playing with fire. I think they already had to change it, though. Isn't that old video of that T-Max truck, that full-size independent monster truck?
So these tires are
They're
massive.
way huge, man.
And this is the stock BKT.
Yeah, but those are taller than the J Concepts 22s. I
Are
swear.
they? But look how big they are.
They're huge. Yeah, you're going to struggle to find a tire for that. But what we might hope is that we can at least get a new wheel for it. People 3D print some. See, those are tall too. The Duratrax are tall. Both those are tall.
Yeah.
Compared to the J Concept, because there's a more race profile, so they're a little bit shorter and wider.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited, dude. I'm definitely wanting
Aaron
to let
James,
this
what's
thing
up?
So Lunchbox Midnight Pumpkin body. Ooh.
Aaron James, he's a guy that has a whole bunch of stuff I see when I'm at the races with him. He's got a bunch of stuff. We talked about Freestyle earlier. I don't know if he was in here, but he runs their axles and stuff on his trucks.
Yeah. So did you see that? What Booster FPV said, or was that him that said that?
Booster, yeah,
No.
I know it's James. That's why I know he's talking about the Parma stuff.
El Ray said the Lunchbox and Midnight Pumpkin body would fit.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, you know what else might fit?
I would say your bug body.
Yeah,
please, please.
Monster Beetle. Hold on, let me see if I can take this off.
Oh, it's so gonna fit.
It is. I think so too. Let's see. I gotta find the right one to take it off.
So, I had an interesting, fun time today. I had an idea yesterday. YouTube, things come full circle on YouTube, I think, in a lot of ways. So I watch a lot of fishing content. I do one on Monster Beetle as well, David Ferris. If we didn't answer your questions or comments that you had earlier, post them again.
Put a Q next to them. If you put a Q on the front of them, then we can see it's a question.
So, he's wrenching on a Rapid X 2.0 right now. I need to get a second one of those.
Tony.
Oh, it's perfect. Don't even. Oh, hold on. Full screen. Oh, my gosh. It's perfect.
Oh, look at that.
Did you print that?
No, this is the Sand Scorcher body. Look at that. And the body
you just trimmed a little bit, either mounted high like that.
Well, that's the thing is it's the body posts are super high right now.
But it looks like it might rub just the littlest bit on that inner part of the fender. Maybe not. Oh, no, I don't think it would.
I don't think it would.
It looks like it gaps them perfect.
Dude.
Oh, that's perfect.
That's pretty rad. Well,
we know what everybody's going to be doing with those trucks now.
And you know what else too?
Ah.
That's going to be perfect for back, like rolling over. If you can get enough power on these to roll them over and keep them running.
Yeah, just keep them on their wheels.
Why not?
What's the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
Well,
what is your favorite color? Yeah, I don't mind the stock one either. I know that Scale Metal Supplies was asking something about the light bar on it. I missed it though. Yes, you need to put googly eyes on the front of that. Just stickers in the front of those
Yeah.
two.
Yeah.
That's what the Gridnack says.
I want to put like a big Burt Reynolds mustache on the front.
Oh, fantastic. I need to get my Sand Scorcher up and running.
Yeah, you do.
My beautiful one. I've had
Put-
so many projects. I can't get there. I do want to go back and after all the monster truck stuff, I do, and especially you talking about Black Market RC, I do want to give him a shout out and say that his FMS Smasher chassis are sick.
Dude, that looks
And your
awesome.
bodies will clip into them if you want them to.
Yeah, that's pretty rad.
See the little clip spots up there in the front and in the rear?
Super awesome.
So this is one of my next projects is building this. It's sitting here on my desk as a reminder. Although I'm trying to keep everything together. Things get so I need to remember to put these in after I get my electronics worked out in that other build. Just lost the build.
Race and Case has a question. Says, have any of you guys ever tried the Servo AF Servo Saver?
No, because it's a ripoff of the Freestyle one. So I did get the Freestyle ones.
Says, and it is better than the Furatech chassis, David Ferris says. Whatever happened with my giveaway truck? It got given away. Who did it get given away to?
We read the story and everything.
Yep. It was given away to a young boy that was going through some hard times with his family. So I don't know that she ever followed up, the grandma that was doing all the correspondence, but I assume they got it because I haven't heard anything back from them. So, and she knew it was coming. So,
yep.
That's how those things go. I have 3 Samson bodies. Did you see that?
Dang,
What they're doing? They must be getting ready to get rid of the DR10 because everything's down in price, and the bodies, if you buy one, you get 3 free.
Why would you want 3 bodies?
Why not?
I need to order one now. So
Yeah,
I can have a build made.
There you go.
Now the problem is, aren't they just doing a DR10? Didn't they just sponsor something?
They have a new DR10, DR10M, where the motor's mounted mid chassis.
But I need the rear mount.
That came out last year.
But I don't think they're getting rid of one.
Yeah, I don't think they're getting rid of the DR10. I think that they're probably updating it. I don't know either. Like, this was a total surprise to me, to be honest. Getting this truck in was a total surprise to me. So I don't know any of the insider trading stuff, but I would assume that Element's probably got something cooking pretty soon. I don't know, but I would just keep my ear to the ground for that. The DR10,
the 229 for the
RTR. I know, isn't that crazy? Or 179 for the kit.
Yeah, but I'd rather get brushless electronics in it.
Yeah,
for $50.
Yep.
I mean,
true. Well, let's talk about
honestly,
that.
If it's going to be in a sand one, right? I might as well let it have the stabilization in it. Or do you turn all that off when you're running it?
It doesn't even come with it.
What do you mean it doesn't come with it?
DR10, I don't think it comes with that.
Totally does, because you have to turn it off in order for them to be race legal. It comes with a correction, whatever their AVC is.
Does it?
Yeah. It has, what do they call it?
David Ferris says 209 for RTR at A main.
DVC, all new dynamic vehicle control receiver unit.
I've never driven one with it.
Oh, because you got did you get the kit?
Mm-hmm.
That's why. What was somebody saying about price?
209 at A-Main.
Oh wow, they were $199 all summer.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's cool.
Sweet.
What
Okay,
else was on our list?
So we got Monster Heat Wave. That's kind of what we were talking about. What's coming back with monster truck stuff. We've
Okay.
got Freestyle.
Oh yeah, I
Race.
mentioned the freestyle news.
Yep.
Again, if you
Well,
weren't here earlier.
that and our freestyle.
Oh, our freestyle, yeah.
And then we got racing, cheap RC review, your UTB 18, and we already talked about the Dune Hoon.
Okay.
Let's talk about your UTB real quick.
Yeah, it's over there. I don't have it with me, but there was a video of it. So finally got it worked out for the most part, except
Yeah, I watched it.
my electronics. I got to figure out where I want to mount the receiver. And I got a bigger receiver coming out of another truck that I might
Just put it on the roof
steal it
on the
from.
underside. So you
I
can
could
see all the wires.
Yeah, see all the wires. I want to
Yeah.
be able to put this in. They've got the mounts for it, so I'd like to be able to just slap this in and hide everything, right?
That'd be cool.
So
I know seeing
that's
all the
my
wires would be
ideal.
cool.
Seeing all the wires.
Yeah.
I do like it just clear through too. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not a must-have drivers kind of guy, but it would be nice to put this back in. So it would be nice to 3D print a couple different heads too, or a whole interior might be cool. But yeah, so that's been good. FureTech system finally got my raw 400 in it.
Dude, that thing looks it looks like a lot of fun. Like it looks like a creeper, like,
and it had speed. It shocked me when I pulled full trigger between the two courses. I was like, whoa, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That has some pep.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I like it. I like it as a platform. My shocks suck.
Yeah, they do. I could see that from a distance.
They don't. There's not enough weight to it to actually make them. So I think that they're not smooth. There's no
almost
oil in them.
looks. Yeah, and it almost looks like the geometry is like slightly off. I don't know. It looks.
They weren't working in the stock body either, so they definitely had leaked at one point.
Yeah,
and I just need to check them, but they don't feel like they're smooth. So even when I took them off, like they just felt like I should have probably filled them. I just didn't have any oil here when I was building it.
Right.
So I just finished putting it together. It took about 45 minutes to do it, which included dropping it all, swapping it over, changing the motor and the pinion over, changing over the servo. It's so quick to swap, honestly. Like,
yeah.
I didn't even have my power tools. I was doing it just hand tools, like 4 screws to drop out the transmission, pop out the 4 for the shocks, undo some of the wiring, like for the lights, 4 more screws to get rid of your rock lights and all that.
Yeah.
It was super fast to do. So
That's nice.
I kind of regret that I left it for so long, thinking it was going to be a big project.
Yeah.
And it went so fast.
Thank you, Nick B. It sounds like it might be your birthday today. So happy birthday. Shout out to Nick B. Yeah, it's your birthday or your wife's birthday.
Oh. He said he tried to say hello to you when you were sick and coughing on everybody at the race on Saturday.
He did?
Sunday. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. I was out of it, dude. I was on a lot of meds.
No, he was saying just in the chat that he was. Oh. He said he saw you. He wanted to say hi, but he didn't.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, his birthday. He says, "Well, happy birthday." We had a blast at that race. I didn't really. So, let's talk about this just really quick.
All right,
Nick B. Maybe you can. So, I'm in the novice class.
Oh, this was fantastic. Hold on. This is one of my favorite parts. Let me get comfortable for this.
Oh, are you going to get the picture up too?
Oh, I can. The picture's fantastic. I show my wife. I'm like, check this out. I love this. Picture a bunch of glaring parents off to the side.
Yeah. So, okay. So I'm in the novice class, right? I would say I would agree that I have a little bit more experience than the average person when it comes to RC cars. General statement, right? I drive probably more than most people do. But does that mean I have the skill to drive a carpet car fast and not take people out? I don't know. So I'm like, I don't know. Like, so I did all right. Right. My truck was dialed back because it was a too fast of a motor anyway that I built. And I dialed it back. I put it at 70% and I ran all my quals. I was third place, right? I didn't get higher than third place. I think one I finished like fourth or fifth, but I was third place in all my quals. So I was like doing okay, but I was driving around a lot of traffic and I was being very courteous. Meaning, if the marshals were out there, I'd slow down and drive around them, or whatever. I got taken out a lot. And I was
Yeah, you
talking.
got to be ahead of them, or they're going to take you out. It's like motocross.
Yeah, but
That
that's the
last
thing.
spot on the bubble, you don't want to be it.
Well, that's the thing with all these these racers, they're all throughout the course, so it doesn't matter. Like it's just you just kind of have to be consistent. But man, I got taken out a lot, and I had some real seasoned racers in my pit station next to me that came and watched and was like kind of giving me some heads up because I had never run this truck before either. Like never run in the truck before. It's my third or fourth time running carpet.
So novice doesn't matter what kind of car you have.
No, but they say they will. You can put power limitations on the cars. So if someone went out with a mod buggy and was pure novice,
They would turn you down to max
yeah,
speeds.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
You're
obviously,
turning laps that are the same.
right, and obviously, they're not. If they're a novice and they're driving a buggy like that, they're going to have more problems because they
Well, I
can't
mean, you're
control it.
running a truck, right? So
Stadium, yeah,
stadium truck in with the buggies and whatever. It doesn't matter what you are. It's just a novice class.
right.
Okay.
There were plenty of adults. I'd say probably 10% adults in the novice class. The majority is probably 12 to 16, maybe. And then there's the the younger kids, which are probably, I wouldn't say, probably 50, like a 50-50 split of those. Oh, no.
There's some of them.
Yep. There's me on the right with my 5th place overall 2023 rug champs. Novice. A win's a win.
Go.
A win's a win,
Now, do
Tony.
you get to keep that trophy?
I do. It's right up here. It's right behind me. Proudly displayed on the wall.
Now, the poor kid sitting on the floor, would he have taken that trophy if you did not have it?
No. Here's the thing. That kid
you got a TQ trophy.
Yeah, that kid got TQ, man. So, and he broke. It got me really concerned because I was like, who broke that kid? Like, because he broke in the A main, and he was in tears coming off the stand.
He was flying and broke it.
Well, I don't know who broke them or what. And so I was like, oh, I feel bad. So we're on the podium, right? And they're talking about like the announcer saying, all these parents that do the work to get these kids to drive and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, yeah, patting myself on the back. Thanks, parent, getting me to drive. And then all these parents are taking pictures and I see a couple of them like total side-eyeing me. Like, why are you up here? Like, aren't you some kind of driver? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, well, but I just don't have experience. I have 2 races under my belt. I feel like I'm novice. And I think it shows my son, you have to start at the bottom and then work your way up. Right. That's my story. Some call that sandbagging. Hey, maybe.
Jonathan Arnold, he was just over at Freestyle RC Raceway.
Yeah.
And he raced in the novice buggy class.
It was fun, man. Like, so that was what I told the owner of the track. I was like, hey, I'm not here to compete. I'm here to participate. Like, I just want to play. Finals were seeded by qual points and so basically by qual points. So I started third in the final, in the A main. David Ferris.
I saw it too.
I don't think I could put that up when there's kids involved. But no, so I mean, but here's the truth. The truth is, I feel like I watched the C main of the stadium truck, and I was like, I'm as fast as those guys. Like, I felt like I'm as fast as those guys at least, and that was with my car turned down.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm gonna talk to the track guy and be like, I feel kind of awkward. What do you think I should do? Because it was clear that I was getting taken out. Like, I got taken out so many times, not on purpose, just by novice drivers, right? I got taken out a lot of times, and like, it was just, it is what it is. So if I step it up into the real races, theoretically the drivers are supposed to be a little smoother. So
Aaron Jane says he was there too. Took first and second in the Novice B buggy main.
nice.
Was his first carpet race. Nice. I raced carpet when I went to Freestyle RC, and I had a blast. My truck was set up wrong, but they let me just turn down to run in whatever the slower class was, 17 turn class, I think. And I think mine was a 13.5 or something.
That's what I was running.
And so they put me in the slower class and just had me slow my car down.
So Dalton is running a 21.5 and I was in a 13.5. So KLN was there and he saw my truck. And even though it was the first time running my truck, I built it off of a build sheet from a Team Associated driver and for a carpet track. And I think it was
dialed in.
Dude, I think it was pretty good.
Nice.
Like, I had some traction roll, but I think that was just getting used to the car. But I think I could have gone full power and been on the edge of my driving capabilities.
Yeah. Good night, Nick B. Happy birthday. I just want to say it before he heads out.
Yeah.
So he's in. I just want to make sure I got a happy birthday in for him.
Enjoy your dinner. Enjoy your dinner. So yeah. So I'm like, I don't know,
need to do it, man. Our course that I bought that dirt clay car for that I never built yet.
Yeah.
Converted to carpet. I already have a carpet car ready to go. I don't even have to build the dirt clay one.
There you go. Dude, it's a lot of fun. KLN said
I should build it as a second carpet car, and that way I can let other people run them.
So, okay, so here's where I got really lucky. So I ended up doing some designs for the track, some branding for them. And I was just going to trade them for, like a summer membership kind of a thing. And he goes, the guy was super cool. He's like, hey, I know how much time this is going to take. And I know how you work. So he's like, it's worth it. So he's like, I'll toss in my 2 old cars from last season, rollers for you. And I was like, sweet. So he hooked me up with a T62, the stadium truck. And I just built one. And I was going to put Dalton in another T62, like in another stadium truck in Novice. But then he was like, I would put him in a buggy. Yeah. He's like, just let him run through the course kind of a thing. So but then he gave me a buggy too. So it was awesome. So like Dalton's buggy is right here.
Max Paul, carpet racing is so much fun, fast and clean. I thought I would hate it. I was dirt only. These are meant to be run on dirt.
Yeah.
That's what I started just playing around on. And then I rode on carpet. And I was like, okay, this is way cool.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's so fun. Yeah.
And my car is clean. The pit areas are clean.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So Dalton's ride, this thing. So I just painted the top of the body because I got it literally like the day before practice. And
on the outside.
Yeah, because he already had a body painted and it was not like Dalton's style. So I was like, painted the top of the body and then put some vinyl flames on it, his style. You probably can't see his race name.
Why didn't you just paint the inside? Is it that much harder for you?
No, there's no It was already painted.
Oh, I got what you mean. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
You painted over existing paint job. Got it.
so shout out to Maddox Designs or Stickers. You probably can't see it, but that's Dalton's race name.
Yep. Rusty farts.
Rusty Farts right there.
Yeah.
So he had a blast. The problem was I ended up spending more money and I didn't want to spend the money because it was kind of the last minute getting everything ready to go. Right. So I had to buy another transponder, wheels and tires.
Should have told me I had another transponder.
Ah. I thought
I'll probably need it though now that we can run up here.
Yeah. So I had to buy wheels and tires for Dalton's ride, another transponder, a motor.
In fact, I think it's in my buggy, so I wouldn't have given it to you.
But
And
this one's
the motor.
This is my truck.
I like it.
It's pretty rad. And it in the sun, it's got green pearl in it, so it pops green.
But it looks black.
But it looks black.
Yeah.
So this
thing would be really cool is if you had like graphite colored wheels, like just not black, but just like a
yeah.
Like if you put them in like a dark gray or something.
Gunmetal.
Yeah. Or whatever. But you can't I mean, just you'd have to stoke them, right? With RIT.
You could paint them. I mean,
it might be hard to see it out on the track, but it would look pretty awesome.
It's pretty hard. The track was black. The carpet was black, so my truck was kind of hard to see.
Yeah. You might need fluorescent pink.
But outdoor season starts and they have turf on the outdoor track. And this thing I'll be able to see it on the green turf. So
I say, is it green? Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So there'll be a good contrast for that.
Wheel graphics, stickers, or wrap. Nice.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I could put the wheel graphics on it. So just do some silver.
I can see JB Scale Graphics going into that next if he gets bitten by the carpet racing.
Oh, dude.
Start doing a whole bunch of wheel and tire wrap.
So much fun. It is so much fun. Yeah, so much fun. So we got another carpet run race coming up May 6th, but I have a school auction that day, so I can't do it. But there's monster truck racing on the 7th. And so I'm thinking about going down there for monster truck racing. We'll see. Yellow wheels are faster. I thought about putting.
Speaking of monster truck racing, Jeff Walter, we see him in here all the time. His dad owns Walter RC Park, where we do the Great Lakes Gauntlet. Was trying to get a hold of me to ask about what they would need in order to do monster truck racing there. So I need to make that phone call. I told him I'd try and call Friday, and Friday got nuts.
Yeah.
And then the weekend got away from me. And then
Monday, Tuesday. Man. Now it's Wednesday.
Dude, life is, Wednesday's actually pretty free. So I'm going to try and give him a call tomorrow. I told him today in a live stream, he was on there. I'm like, I need to call you. I know. It's just usually by the time I get free time is about this time. And it's like, it's probably a little late to call people.
Yep.
I'm like, I'll call him last night. And I looked, I'm like, crap, it's already 10 o'clock. It stays so light out so long here.
I know. It's crazy right now. So we're about to get nice weather. And right now it's sunny out and it's still light out. And it's 7:30.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
We'll stay in the summer. We stay light until like 10 p.m., dude.
Seriously?
Yeah, because we're on the far west side of our time zone. Far west.
That's awesome.
And it's a big one. We're the same as New York.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're way on the edge of it.
That's crazy.
I'm sure the buggy guys wouldn't actually run stickers because
heavy.
Well, yeah, and they would just throw off weight and balance and all that as they chip and whatever.
Well, I see a lot of stickers on wheels, actually. I see a lot of Yep.
Well, then that would be wicked if people did it.
Yep, I see a lot of stickers on wheels. Not on the wraps themselves, but I mean on the bodies themselves, but on the wheels. Yeah.
All right, so I got to talk about my fun today.
Yes.
So I was hinting at it a second ago. Well, I also have to mention I found a whole bag and box of these more diff covers. That I thought I sold out of for the T-word, and so those will be going up on eBay. But I told people that I didn't have them, and I refunded them, and I sent them free other diff covers. And now I feel like a tool because I totally did have them, and I thought I did, but yeah.
I'm going to stop you for one quick second. Only because people are always ask you about your wheels, and Spec RC just posted. So Spec RC is like a
Back
bespoke.
RC are
They're like a
awesome.
bespoke. Like they only open their books, and then you have to order them then, and then they buy them. They just posted that they're doing rings right now. They're billet rings. So if you go to their site to order them, you can get on their order sheet. But that means that the wheels might be close by. So just so you know, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I know that
Oh, that's
everyone
awesome.
wants them. And everyone,
Everybody, that's when I posted that truck. Everybody said, "What wheels are those? What wheels
yeah,
are those? What
and
wheels are those?"
it's tough because everyone's like they never have them in stock, and it's like yeah, because they make them to order. So
Yeah, and
there
they're
you go,
beautiful.
beautiful.
Um,
Oh, they have a set that has. You probably can't see this. Can you see the American flag on that?
yeah, at the top of it, yeah.
Oh, I need those. Sorry. Anyways, back to your story of fun.
Weight, but I can print 1 mil thickness. Ooh, that'd be super, super thin. Wow.
There you go.
All right. Anyway, so I watched a lot of YouTube. Not as much RC as I used to. I still watch RC videos. I do it all up on my TV. I don't comment a lot. We sit up there, we just boom,
Yeah,
Apple TV, hit a bunch of videos, watch a lot of fishing ones. Like AO Fishing is one of my favorite YouTube channels to watch. It's like him and Fishing with Norm. And there's a couple Lojo, a bunch of them do crazy stuff where they go into stores and it's like Home Depot and you have like $500 to spend and you have to build something that floats and catch fish off it. And, just dumb stuff like that. And they do like the cheapest thing that they buy off of Amazon, then they have to go out and use it, or the
sure.
most expensive. And so I'm like, I'm going to do that. Like, that's fun. Like, I'm just going to start buying like the cheapest. I probably won't do the most expensive because I mean, if I bought the most expensive RC on Amazon, it could be very expensive because I know the SCX6s and stuff are on there. So,
Ah,
um, and I think 5Ts might even be on there too. So I'd have to put some kind of a stipulation on it, like, but it's just a fun thing to just try random junk. And so I was like, I'm gonna do the cheapest like off-road car. It has to look like it could do a jump or something. And
sure.
then I literally bought it last night. It shipped and was delivered here at like 2 p.m. So I took a break from editing and we went out and shot the video and we were done and it was edited and uploaded by like 4:30. Like just bang, just
Dude,
knocked it out. Like
it was a good video. Like even though it was that fast, like I thought it was a entertaining video. I knew what you were doing. Like
right.
you didn't tell me, but I knew what you were doing, and I was like, I thought it was a good video. I thought it was actually kind of entertaining.
Yeah. So I want to do some more just kind of random entertaining stuff like that where we just tear into something and go for it and just see what happens. Just for pure entertainment. But I'm getting a lot of flack for driving over it at the end. They're like,
Really?
you could have given this to charity, could whatever. I'm like, it would
It's
cost me more money to
$11.
ship that thing to somebody.
Yeah.
Like, oh, people here would want to use it. I could drop ship it from Amazon for cheaper than it would be to drive over to somebody's house and even give it to them. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
Well,
not worth it. And I don't
not
have
only
room.
that, not only that, but it's not worth it because that car is a non like hobby grade. So it's
It
bound to
says free
break.
grade right on it. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's bound to break, and then it's like, what good does that do for people? Like feels, you know what I mean? Like
And it
you
couldn't
give it
steer. Like it literally just went into donuts all the time. I was not ever going full throttle because it would just spin out. It would hit something. You'd try to correct for it bouncing this way, and it would just spin out because it would go
right,
full left.
right.
It was a terrible driving car. Um, and what people don't realize is like the cost of creating, there's a cost to it, right? It cost me to buy it, whatever. And half of the fun of the creation was like my son just like, I want to crush it with the tractor. I'm like, let's do it. Like,
no one would have given you guff if you crushed a 12-pack of Bud Light, though.
Right. You could have shared that with the guy in the corner looking for a cheap drink. Yeah.
For multiple reasons, right? Like no one would have given you a hard time about that.
General, the king needs to make an appearance, though. We didn't know we were going to go that route with it. Like, I thought I was going to come up with some game for it, and then it was just so dumb. As I was ripping it apart, I'm like, this should have been a king video.
Yeah. Well, your twang started coming out a little bit.
Right, that right there's 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive, multiplayer. Like,
yeah.
So yeah.
Extreme bump steer on that thing. Yeah, it was
extreme, Jeff. So extreme.
You know what we should do? We should team up with like a Furatech or something like that and buy one of those cars and see how fast we could do a speed run with.
Yeah.
Like actually put a decent servo in it and like see what we could get the fastest one of those to do, like just retrofit it.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
So there's certain ones though, like the Bez Gear ones, and there's another one like he show
the Bez Gear one, dude. I don't know. So I have to finish that video. I did a couple different shoots of it, and then I got sick or stuff happened. Like I got busy and then I got sick. That Bez Gear one,
they're tanks.
Like, full disclosure though, they're a little expensive. When I looked them up on Amazon, mine was sent to me. It's a little expensive. It's like more than
140.
No, mine was like 2 something.
Oh, really?
But I'm not gonna lie, that thing is a tank, dude. Yeah, HBX and Bez Gear, like the same stuff. Like it was, my son beat the snot out of it. I beat the snot out of it. Nothing has broken, and it is like way too fast. Like it is way too fast. Most expensive vehicle on Amazon is $6,600. What is that?
What is it? I need to know.
What is an RC? What's the most expensive RC? Are they selling a Primal marked up?
No, I wonder if it's like a equipment, heavy equipment.
I don't know, dude. I don't know what the 124019 is, but I started with the WL toys because of Talbot. I got that 12426 or 128 or whatever it is, the green one. And my son, so I go all in, right? When I do stuff, I go all in. This is when I started getting back into RC. So I bought that one, and then that was before they were getting kind of pricey, and I hit up an Amazon retailer, or not Amazon, eBay retailer, and I said, how much would you sell 5 of them for? And we just threw down and bought 5 of them, one for my neighbor, one for my dad, one for me, one for Dalton, and we had like one extra one. And dude, we had so much fun with them. That's how I built my track in the back. We were just ripping them in the track, but then the driveline started blowing up and the servo started blowing up, and then it's like, now I see why and then I got the Granite. And I got the Granite, and I got the it's not a Andromeda. What's the other little 18th scale truck? Ruckus.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Yep, I got the Ruckus, and that was a lot of fun.
All right, so the most expensive is a STS EEACE 1/5 scale. It's just a low C 5T that somebody's trying to basically rip somebody off with. It's just a 5T for $6,700. The actual probably most expensive one is the JDM 220-pound giant mining dumper, 14 scale mining dumper, the ones that you can actually ride in the back of. You see Nick Barber driving it. It's that huge dump truck.
Oh yeah,
the mine one.
How much is
14 scale, but it's massive. It's $5,600,
dude.
And there's a Lisu excavator for $4,800. And then there's a bunch of so here's a 1/7 scale Ujik hooks, which is just they're showing Traxxas So this irks me to death right here.
Can you
Like,
show it?
I can show it, and the fact that like we get taken out, and then people are trying to rip off people on Amazon
Yeah.
with this brand's vehicles as pictures,
Yeah.
just changing the name on them is up here is pretty maddening.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You don't have to show it. You don't
I'm
have
going to show it. That way they can see. We're looking out for them. They may not be looking out for us.
Yeah.
but we're
Dude,
looking out
so
for them.
I just posted a video of the Northwest Model Hobby Expo, and oh yeah,
Look at that. $4,200. And what are they going to deliver? This? I bet you don't even get that.
what's that Jeep?
See, here's the one of them for the
Yeah, the low C. What's the Jeep down lower?
1/10 scale Jeeps of some kind.
I wonder how many people
somebody's
actually
just
buy
trying
that.
to sucker. They're trying to sucker some rich person and just buying it because they think it's the most expensive one out. Look at this, all these Italians for $3,000.
Yeah, look at the Super Baja Ray for $3,000.
Yeah.
Do you think they actually sell them? One?
So one of the question marks might be, are they just placeholding them? Because they're
click
out.
on
Like
it.
people do that on eBay, right? If they're out of something, they jack the price up so people wouldn't ever think about buying it.
That happened during 2020. I remember seeing people do that. But do they have other pictures, or is it all 5T pictures?
They don't give it the brand as Losi though. And here it says brand STSEEAP. I guarantee you're not going to get that based on the shipping time. There's somebody in China trying to rip people off.
Dude, it kind of makes me want to buy something like that, sell it for that price, and literally hand deliver it from an airplane ride to someone and be like,
yeah, your cost was shipping.
Bro, that should be a video, a YouTube video. Seriously, show up with
got ripped off.
No, like show up with like a metal suitcase and open up the metal suitcase with like white gloves and hand them their car, like, and just rebrand it and be like, hey, you just bought this car for $5,000 and my airplane ticket and these white gloves. It's crazy.
Yeah, the JD models crawlers are super expensive. Yeah, some of these are actually expensive real cars. I'm guessing these are actual metal. Yeah, so these are all metal.
It's like
metal
a
body
capo
and everything.
It's probably like a capo RC then.
Yeah. So
that's cool.
Crazy. Anyway, I'm not going to be doing those. Anyway, that's where that video came from. And some people are like, I hope you're not going to be doing any more of this, crushing cars. Like, you know, I'm like, sorry, it gets worse than this. I'm in the middle of editing something right now that's
like,
much more crazy, I think.
Yeah.
Than a $12 car. So yeah. Sorry. Awesome. I shouldn't have done this ahead of it because now people are disheartened. And I still got to roll that one out. I spent all the money and time to do it. So
don't worry about it. So Tanker says he's talking about the excavator. So they had excavators and stuff at this hobby expo I went, and I wish I would have got video of that. I didn't get video of that or the battle bots. And they didn't have drones. They had flying inside, which was kind of cool. But I wish I would have got video of all that stuff, and I didn't. But it was still fun. A little toughening.
So yeah, we were just having a good time. That's it. You know, when you have a good time, it costs money. Things get broken.
Yep.
You do fun things. I mean, you could say that about fireworks. You could have given those to somebody else. You just blew up a whole bunch of money. You could have given that money to. But it's fun to see stuff blow up. Like, I don't know. It's fun to see stuff get crushed. Like people do whole super slow-mo videos of stuff just getting crushed.
You sound like 9-year-old me when my mom was like, why'd you just go out and blow up your car? It's fun to see stuff blow up. Why not? Like,
Yeah.
I used to strap. Okay, in the comments, tell me who used to do this. I used to strap bottle rockets and like ground bloom flowers and fountains to the bottom. And I don't know if you guys had them. This will date me, but I had those like plastic cars that you could get from the grocery store that had like one axle that went across and it kind of
Yeah,
clipped
metal
it.
bar.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I had those, and I would tape these fireworks to them and light them off and watch them run down my grandpa's hill, like with sparks shooting out. And boom! It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome. How many of you did that? Was I just the
Tape them to the little what were the little green parachute men?
Oh yeah,
Send them off.
Yep, yep. Was I the only pyro in this chat?
Oh heck no. We love blowing stuff up. We'd go back in the day, we'd just go down to Ohio to get fireworks.
Yep.
Now they're illegal in Michigan, so
what? Gretchen.
Bad Mike.
Oh, dude, I used to love getting the M80s and going down to the river or going down to the lake and throwing the. Okay, so when I was a teenager, my parents' house I had a little pond in the front. We had a big pond that I dug in the back, but we had a little pond in the front. It was probably, I remember when we dug it because I had a mud blaster back then, like the Tamiya mud blaster, and we dug it out, and it was probably 3.5 feet down and probably 8 feet wide. So, and it was like a little bowl, right? Oh, I remember I would go into that and drop a M80 in that little bowl because it's like a little bit of water and it drop all the way down and it would just shoot like 12 feet of water straight out of the bowl. Oh, it's so much fun. And those are like the real M80s. Those were so much fun. Yep. Fire team will be shooting at least 3 Roman candles. Oh yeah, you could do that if you still have some of your other cars around.
We already did it. Remember with the Vortex, we did a whole 4th of July bash. This year will be the King of RC. Oh, actually blow it up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But use a real grenade. Just like pull the pin and sit it in there. That would be rad.
Yeah.
I have
if you could get somewhere that has clearance to use them.
So I have something that I don't know if it's still in production.
Right.
No, I don't know if this is still in production because it's pretty sketchy. So I have this mechanism for the Phantom 3 Pro called the Flea airdrop. And it's literally a wireless like dead man switch that you can hook things to, and the Phantom will fly like 3 pounds. You can fly it out, and then you put your camera so it looks straight down, and then you hit the button. You could be a mile away. Hit the button, and it'll drop whatever you got in there.
Nice.
So maybe you need to get that drone system going. I can send you that airdrop system. The release. And you can start dropping things on these other branded vehicles from above.
There's certain people, Mel says that they can get in a deep doo-doo. That's what we used to also do, is we used to stick firecrackers, blackjacks and stuff into like dog food.
Yeah.
Like then put containers over it and they would just go like blow all over the inside of it.
Cherry bombs.
Yeah.
You ever get those tennis ball bombs? You ever get those?
No.
We have a reservation out here. And if you go in there and you're like, hey, what do you got under the counter? They'll be like, they'll look around. They'll be like, you're not a cop, right? And you're like, nope. And they'll pull it out from underneath the counter. So only you can see if you look. That's the good stuff. That's like that's like the tennis ball that's like half full. And you could go and it's got a fuse like this long. And so you just go and
run.
Run. Yeah. Yep. So
just like Joe Dirt. Anyway, we like to blow stuff up and break stuff. It's just boys being boys.
Oh, so much fun.
Like, yeah,
So much
I don't
fun.
mean any ill will by it. It just, I didn't want to have to try to think of how to get rid of it. Like, I was going to throw it in the trash either way.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just going to be straight honest. Like, if I was going to give somebody something, I would give them like a Besgar or whatever,
Sure.
like HBX that I had, or better. And
Yeah.
I mean, giving away granites and Sentins and a whole bunch of stuff. So it's not one that I would have typically. I mean, I could have taken it to Goodwill, whatever.
Sure.
They
Yeah.
probably would have charged $12 for it that it costs on it because they wouldn't know the price to put on it. And
No.
it's an electric working car, whatever. So yeah, it was an easy way, quick. It was all about making a quick, fast content. And for that it worked. It came quick.
Yep.
It was kind of fun to just do, to get on and look it up, and
Dude.
it arrived quick, and we were like literally excited to open it up and see what it was and be like, it was, I honestly couldn't believe it was only $12. Other than they must have sold for 30 for years and made their money off them, and now they're just trying to get whatever pennies they can out of what's left.
Well, to your point, your video, you was like talking about like the tires and just like the electronics in it. And it's like
Molds and all the stuff that goes into it.
you can't buy a motor for that much unless you buy like even the motor that goes into it, right? Like,
Yeah, you can.
for all I just mean for
If you buy it in
$12,
quantity, they probably
if you buy in quantity, yeah. But I mean, you got to buy 1,000.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, I don't, I don't know. I don't know how they do that either. But those people that complain about it, just be like, well, what does it feel like to watch this on your Apple mobile device? Let's dig into that a little bit. It's like, come on, get off your soapbox. Like,
well, they weren't saying like that, but they were.
You know what I mean?
There's kids that would like it or whatever, and I get it, but it
Sure.
would cost me too much to ship it to those kids. It's
Right.
unfortunate.
Right.
Like even like so, I was sending Exo Cage Joe. I had a Primal body here, right?
Mhm.
And I told him he was getting he had the scale rat one. He was getting it repainted or wrapped or whatever. And I was like, dude, I got another one. Like, I'm not going to use it. I love mine as a Rampage. Like, I was going to make my own body, but I dig the Rampage graphics. I'm going to keep it. And so I'll send it to you. Well, then I go to ship it, and they wanted $135 to ship it if they were going to box it. I'm like, I can order a new one for less than that.
I know.
Like,
I told, I traded
getting it shipped for 35, and I was willing to do that. But like, it was like, wow.
Well, like for instance, I traded Andre Scale Metal Supplies my Phantom 3 Pro with a Pelican case, 6 batteries, all this kind of stuff for that short course Team Associated kit. And I went to go ship that giveaway car, and it was $120 to ship the giveaway car. I came with it. I had all the stuff in it, and it was kind of heavy, but it was $120 to ship that car.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I told Andre, I was like, bro, if I ship this to you, I might as well just send you cash because it's not worth it. Like, it's for what the cost of that kit, it's not worth it for me to ship it to you. So, excuse me. So what I might do is if I end up getting out to Badlands, I'm going to bring it with me and just hand it off to them there.
Yeah.
So
that's cool. That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Send the whistling diesel if they don't like destruction.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I get it. Like, I understand where they're coming from too. Like, they've got a good heart. So I'm not trying to make fun of them.
Yeah. No,
I'm just trying to say why we did it. And I mean, I'm paying that money for the entertainment, basically. Like, we're trying to make entertainment. And, there's so many people making RC car videos now that they just keep doing the same old, here's what the latest charger is, here's what the latest whatever is. and just trying to keep up. That's why we're going back. We're buying cars that we already had, like getting the Granite. Like that's one of my favorites. Don't need to chase necessarily the other stuff for the YouTube side of things. We want the cars we want, so my kids can run the big rocks and the Granites and have a bunch of them that are kind of equal with their friends, and for me, of course. But yeah, so anyway, it's just a fun way to do something different, and we'll do other things. We'll do the $100 Amazon car and show it, and those ones, I mean, those I'll give away. They're decent. Yeah, that's when you're getting into those
WL
Bespoke,
toys, yeah,
WL toys, and they're wicked fun. Like,
and they're fast.
fast. Some of them are small. We had this little small monster truck one, kind of like what you're talking about. I couldn't kill it. Like, I was driving it off of like high things on the cement and running it into walls, and like it would not die. It was a little tank.
Yep.
It would be a pain in the butt if you ever did have to work on it, because it's like it looked like a Batmobile when you take the body off. Everything's like caged over and all hard plastic.
Molded on,
yeah. But man, it was like, I don't know. So that's where like the King's coming out. It's like just to be different, like just to do something a little different, have a little personality and just fun.
So I struggle with that too, because like this Besgar one. So I've taken 2 shoots with it, and the thing's indestructible, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the skate park and just send it, like have fun with it for a while, and then see if I can send it. And that's the kind of thing where I don't really appreciate those type of vehicle or those type of videos. However, I also know that helps out a lot of people make their decision, because if they see how strong it is, like Tom Lee did one with that same car, and he was sending
away.
Yeah. Oh, bro, it was, and you know, I don't necessarily take joy in that kind of driving. Like I just, you know me, I'm not much of a basher.
Yeah.
But just to show how strong that car is.
Yeah. Did you see what Kevin Talbot just did with the Primal Gravedigger limited edition?
I've seen what he did with his other ones.
Skate parked it, bro. But man, he works on them. Like, he took it out and he blew the diff cup, tore his axles apart. Mine's still sitting out there with a broken, and I have the parts to fix it. But he gets out there, he gets it fixed, gets it done, whatever. He took it off of a skate park, and it hit the guardrail when he was trying to jump it. It was so brutal. It was probably the best way it could have landed was on the lid, because it could have been way worse.
Yeah.
Oh man, he just sent that thing. It just kept, and the actual amount of damage he did was minimal. Just breaking drive cups and stuff that are more just landing on throttle issues.
Yeah.
Or just landing and you're just straight down into something and there's no room for the wheel to roll out. So it's still just comes to an
just
immediate
locking
stop.
it. Yeah.
So anyway, it was painful, but it's also like
kind of entertaining.
Okay. Yeah. Like you thrashed it, man. Like,
dude, I think I got to figure. I think so. You know how that my taco chop thing, I was talking about building cars and doing 1 a quarter kind of a thing. I think I messaged you a while being like, I'm really liking these Primal cars. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing that to flip, to save, and just build a car, flip it, build a car, flip it, build a car, flip it. And I might buy one of those, because I have nowhere I could really run it.
I can take it across the street to the park, dude.
Oh yeah. And it just,
and everybody would come out to look at it.
They just seem so much fun. Oh, they seem like so much fun.
So the weather's turned. My plan was to get out and work on it. I told you that. Like, I'm going to have more to talk about because I'll be out working on stuff. And I didn't get to. But I mean, I've already got one. If I were to buy one now, I would totally buy the Gravedigger. But having one already is kind of like, I'm not going to upgrade it like crazy like they all do. Like, his is a $7,000. He's got the Taylor engine in it. So he was sending this thing with a massive motor.
Well, and see, that's the thing. So I don't know how much the Bari build is, or how much, if he still does them or not. But I love the idea of having a gas powered one. But I saw who was it? I don't know if it was
Exo
Sparks.
caged.
Exo, he had the electric
His
one
is
on it.
wicked, man.
Yeah, and it's like I think
He's just running Hobby Wing in it, or he was.
I think I'd rather do that. I think I'd rather have the electric one, go 8S or whatever he was doing on it.
Yep.
That seems like that would be a lot of fun.
Yep.
A lot of fun.
Yeah,
And
he's got it dialed in, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, when are you going to do an MT12 video? We need one. They're all talking about how hard it was to watch
yeah.
Talbot, and
Well,
Jonathan Arnold said saturated market. Yeah.
It is. I literally, Tony saw it. I literally just got it.
Yeah.
So
he sent me a picture of a box earlier today.
Like literally just got it. So maybe by the end of the week.
Matthew McDowell, Pablo has the MT12.
Yep.
You need to get it out, dude. You need to find a way to just do it. Like, you got your course in your backyard, get something.
Well,
even if it's just 5 minutes of running and talking about it.
Yeah.
Just people want to see it, like actual real world running.
Yep. So I think I'll run it tomorrow morning, maybe. Depends if I can get something else fixed.
You'll get views, I'll be honest. Like, if you can do it.
Yeah. I don't get views, Tony.
You'll get views if you're the only one that has it. Doing videos.
I guess I haven't seen any on YouTube.
We'll all post it.
Yeah, I haven't seen any on YouTube. Have you?
No.
I've seen them on Instagram.
I haven't.
I have. I know the guys that have them on Instagram, but they're employees. Team Associated has one.
Yeah, but it's like a run.
Yeah, and it's got 3.9 thousand, 4,000 views. Yeah, I don't know. I guess no one else has it. So yeah, maybe I'll make a video tomorrow.
And the other videos that are up here, like Do RC, who just shows pictures from the internet and talks about it, reads the card.
So Matthew says it's bigger than he thought. I get that a lot.
It's not really, though. It's only 9.5-inch wheelbase.
Yeah, it's actually pretty tiny. Let me do this again real quick.
Here, hold on. Go full screen. Do you have something else to show? Oh, Sand Scorcher for one. Oh, yeah.
So
SMT
this is
10 tire.
SMT 10 tire. Stock SMT 10. It's much bigger.
And it's backwards. Your tire's backwards.
Hey.
All the people are going to get on you about that.
Well, let them get on me. and then, oh, I guess I got to take the body off to show this. So the Sand Scorcher.
So I know you like the chassis rails of this, but I really hope that if this takes off, that there's a cage for it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying before. No, that's what I was saying from the beginning, is that if I did a flat rail chassis for it, or if someone did a flat rail chassis for it, you could do the other shocks or the other trailing arm suspension on it.
Yeah, but why give people that option? I hate that option. Keep it scale. Keep them on the axle.
It's such a strong word, Tony.
I do. I hate it. Now we do it because that's what we've turned in, like pro modified and all that for racing. Yeah. But it's like, why not be pro modified but require people to put shocks on axle, which would screw me in my pro seat because it's so don't do that. Like, please don't ever do that.
Well,
but I do wish that more of it was like, well, yeah, just make sure you have shocks on axle, make it look.
It's interesting because I wonder, the shocks feel so good for how cheap they look. I mean, and I don't mean that to be a knock on them, but they feel really good. Like, and so I wonder if
are they threaded?
Yeah, it's all plastic. But I wonder if you can like.
So it basically is a CR12 crawler chassis. Somebody's asking what makes it different. It has big monster truck tires.
I think that's it. I don't know.
Are metal though, right now?
I thought so. And they're open.
Let me just see if they say.
So Matthew McDonald, I will concur. This thing is a lot nicer for the cost of it. Now, I haven't driven it yet. Full disclaimer. Go for it, Tony.
The internals of the diff are metal, pot metal. The ring gear on the outside is plastic.
Right.
So that would be an easy swap over. Somebody will make, I'm sure, a metal version.
Well, and it's already established. This is an RGT basically, or RGT is this. So if you find RGT stuff, they probably already have a metal gear diff or ring gear.
The ring.
Yes, open diff. So
yeah,
that's the difference between the CR12 and the MT12 that I know of. However, I think that I will open that up after I drive this. I have a feeling it's going to have a hard time turning because it's going to diff out because it seems really loose. The diff, like I don't think there's any fluid in there. It's not too bad, but
it doesn't look super loose.
No, it doesn't. Just, I mean, yeah,
Eh.
it won't. Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like on two wheels, it's just going to diff out.
Yeah.
Like, so I have a feeling after I drive it a couple times, I'm probably going to open it up and throw some earplugs in there and see what that does. But I don't know how much power this thing really has. So that's what I was wondering if it was off the RGT platform.
Yeah,
Sure.
that whole CR12 platform that Team Associated had was based off it.
Yep. So there's going to be parts around for that. And that's not to say that they're not going to make parts for it. So the motor size and the tranny right now, I believe, will take their brushless 380 system that they already have, that they run in their 14B. The reflexes, 14B reflexes.
It'll fit in there.
It'll fit in here. Now, I don't know that that's going to be good or bad, though, because I think something that fast with an open diff on this probably wouldn't be too great, but I don't know. I would definitely do it, though. Like, if I burn up the stock motor running 3S, if this runs the way I think it might run on 3S and the motor doesn't blow up, I'm just going to keep it on 3S brushed. Now, if it's not fast enough to what I want it to do on 3S, then I'm going to put that brushless motor in there. But the only thing about that brushless motor, the ESC, I don't think is programmable so that you could have instant crawler mode for reverse, which isn't the end of the world, but
no,
got to do some kind of moonwalk, backflip to moonwalk on it. We'll see. So scale wise, I think this will look like a retro monster truck. Was it Gen 2 or Class 2 monster truck, like early 90s, late 80s monster truck, when they kind of get a little bit of speed, but they have zero suspension? I have a feeling that that's what this is going to look like.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, if I could get two of them in the same pit and run them, dude, that's what I think. You know what else this body is going to look awesome as? Michigan Ice Monster. Right?
Yeah, stage 2.
Team Associated Blue with all that, with all the graphics on it.
Yeah.
Super rad. Yeah, so the tires are that. I think that's going to be a weird one. I think you're just going to have to stick with the tires that are on it.
Yeah, maybe we'll see some 3D printed wheels, though, that work with it and have a little bit more look to them.
Yeah. I don't know. These wheels look pretty cool, dude. Like, I think those wheels they're not scale, but they're
Right.
pretty dope.
They shine.
Yeah, they look really nice.
Mel
So,
Myrtle says 48 tire class like they do at Bigfoot Open House every year.
Yep.
Yep.
I think it's gonna be
Cool.
fun. I'm gonna try to get some runtime on it tomorrow morning. Take it to the beach, make a couple kickers, maybe bring out some of my metal crush cars and run it over that.
That'd be pretty cool.
We'll see.
How close are you to the beach?
90-second drive.
Oh, okay.
So
Kind of worthwhile.
Mhm.
Is it a pretty big lake or?
It's a little man-made lake.
Oh, okay.
So
But you got
it's
sand.
I got sand. That's where I did that UDR video.
Yeah.
So it's on the way to work. My 3-minute commute to work, it's about 90 seconds of that 3D
Halfway to work.
halfway
Nice.
to work. So
Well,
might have to
very
stop
cool.
and play with that. But any other questions before we wrap this up? We've been on for 2 hours. It's been
Yeah.
good. It's nice to be back.
It's good to have you back.
Sorry, I kind of left you hanging, dude.
One of the weeks was easy. There was enough to talk about.
Yeah. It was funny. One of the weeks I remember I was like trying to like be on the chat, and I was like, I can't even look at the TV, the computer right now. I was like, oh, my head was killing me. But yeah, there was a lot to talk
As
about.
Dale says, y'all have a good one. Yeah, he's trying to do a little nonprofit thing, and that's why he's wanting to get his hands on a couple of them because of the smaller size. I think for what he's trying to get done.
Yeah, so I think if you had a couple of them put together, running them next to each other and kept them stock, just kept them, all 2S, all 3S, whatever it is, the size of them, oh, dude, you could really do a lot with this size. This size is small. It's like I have a 15-inch MacBook right here, and it is the width of the 15-inch MacBook.
What do you have that's do you have your LMT there just to show like back up from the screen and show them both?
Oh yeah.
That way people get an idea.
Let me show two things. So I'll show the LMT, and then I'll show a crawler next to it. Hang on a second.
While he grabs that. Buffalo Tremor. Cool.
Okay.
I ended up selling my one of my chassis that I hadn't been able to build. It was the one from Trevor. Okay, you can't show them that way. You got to do them front to back. That's better. Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot smaller.
Yeah. Try just do their like this, front to back if you can.
Oh.
Because when they're one in front of the other, you really can't see.
Hold on. You might not be able to hear me.
Okay.
Hold on, I gotta move my mic out of the way.
Dang. Yeah, that's way smaller.
Yeah.
I could definitely work in a yard or.
Dude, totally.
It'll be a fun scale to run them for sure.
I'll have to bring, when I do my video, I'll bring, well, here, hang on a second. I'll get my SMT 10. Hang on.
It's still quite a bit smaller, I think, than even the Sen. But I think it could still compete in the class. I think it could still do all right.
So this is my son's SMT with the munitions on it.
Which are a big tire compared to the J Concepts.
Yep.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah.
It's quite a bit smaller.
Yep.
quite a bit smaller. So, but yeah, I think it's gonna be. You could a small 2-car garage, small 1-car garage. You could race these in. I bet.
Yeah, especially if you're just chasing each other, like Chicago.
Yep. I bet you could do that all day.
If you kept them stock, especially.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, there's not going to be much.
Even if you went brushless, it's all about taming down the power to even fit. Because even those monster trucks can't open it up the whole time.
Oh no!
You
Yeah,
know? Just because they have the power doesn't mean that they can punch it the whole way.
yeah. There's nothing on here too that makes me concerned. The C hubs look thick. I mean, you probably can't see the C hubs on the camera,
No.
but
Bring it down a little. Yeah.
I mean, you can see it right
Especially
there.
the outer, yeah, the outers look pretty thick.
Yeah, so those look pretty thick. So that's not concerning.
That was the one thing with the Sen is they would pop off.
So
The
the
3-piece axle.
okay, so the axle, I think that's the only thing that's the weak point
3-piece. Yeah.
where it comes into the C hub,
Yeah.
the carrier. But aside from that, the axle's beefy. Like the housing's pretty thick. I don't think there's enough power that you're gonna have to worry about the hexes. Stock anyway. So yeah, I don't really see many break points on this. But
Joseph Chanot. It was the Warpath 3 chassis that I'd ordered. And unfortunately came. I tried to order it so I'd have it in time to run at the No Limit Monster Truck race before I moved. But I didn't get it until after that event. And I got it in like June. And it literally went right onto the moving truck. I opened it, looked at it, said, wow, that's beautiful. And then had to pack it up. And I haven't had a chance to get to it.
So this is the 18th scale no name.
Dang. Yeah.
Someone was talking about
So
it
it's
next
much
to him.
bigger than the 18th scale. Yeah, it's
Yep.
a lot bigger.
A lot bigger.
So yeah, I got rid of it. I figured there would be somebody that was looking for a matching truck or another one that was already running them, and I found that person.
Nice.
And he got a good deal.
Nice.
And I'm glad that he got it. So
very cool.
I'm bummed, but they are coming out with an LMT version of it. So if anything, that'd be what I'd be looking to get at this point, because that's what most of my rigs are.
The more that I drive my LMT kit, the more I think I want to get one of those LMT chassis.
The race one?
What Black Market has, or
the chassis to do it up. Yeah.
Yeah. I've seeing how the body fits on it and all that kind of stuff. Because that's the thing about the Kingsling and the Bog Hog is that they truncated the chassis so it's shorter.
Oh, yeah. So you can fit a bunch of bodies on.
Yeah. And so I know
the new Black Market one looks really good.
I know. And so it's making me kind of want to do that. But the hard thing is I don't really race. It would just be an aesthetic.
Just get you different bodies on options and stuff.
Well, I also have a bandsaw.
Yeah.
So
you could hacksaw. You could do a lot of things if you really wanted to.
Yep. I had plenty of people ask for the shock over axle version. Yep. So I thought it was universal. I thought you could do shock over axle on that version. But yeah, that's how I would want to run mine, probably shock over axle.
If you're gonna race, I get why you'd want the other.
So it seems like it's a little expensive of a hack or a mod, but I kind of want to get the long wheelbase kit for my LMT kit.
Then you can never race it.
They don't care out here.
Oh, really?
No.
They didn't care where I raced either.
So I like the way it just feels right.
I think we had width limits,
Hmm.
but not length.
Yeah.
Because longer in many ways is a detriment for steering.
It says you could, but they want to use the LMT shock mounts
Mm.
on the chassis. I thought it just goes through the chassis plate.
Well, I think his doesn't have the spot for the actual shock bracket to go up on,
Oh, I see.
so they can use that just how. I think that's what he's saying.
Oh, I see. Versus just getting a standoff.
Mel Myrtle, we don't care. I run a few long trucks. Mel, who do you run with?
Yeah, the shock bracket, he says.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I thought he was talking about. So that would mount into it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the
Because I think to do the extension, it's a little more expensive because you have to buy the drive line and the four
not
links.
that much longer where I think you really need it. I think those drive shafts are really long.
KLN did it, and he had to do it. He bought because
They gapped out enough that it would actually come out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I felt like there's a lot left on those drive shafts.
Yeah. It'd be cool to do a 4-steer one too. Dude, LVC with his 4-steer action. Oh, so sick. So sick.
Who?
LVC.
Oh yeah.
Dude, he can work his 4-steer right too.
Yeah.
It looks awesome when he's doing that. He's a great driver. Great driver.
Yeah, he and Big America. I saw Supercar Blondie posted up video about Big America's trucks.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Huge views on it too.
I wonder how his wife feels about that.
So yeah, where the place I raced. However, there is a rule against it in the Ohio race that I go to. But yeah, the no limit wasn't an issue.
Nice.
But I think it was with Showtime. But I only ever ran their national one.
Before we hop off real quick, on this Outrunner.
Yep.
The Komodo Mini.
Micro.
Does it not like dirt because it's an Outrunner?
I run mine in dirt all the time.
Okay. And this will go pretty quick, right?
A lot of people run Outrunners in dirt.
Okay. Well, this one's just open because they have seal can Outrunners. But this one's open on the end.
I've never had an issue.
Okay.
But most of our dirt's kind of packed. But
well, I'm thinking of the sandy area that I'm going to be taking this to tomorrow.
I mean, I've crawled through them in the sand. I've never had an issue.
Black Market says he's about to do a raffle for Marlon Cox. Gonna do a carbon LMT kit.
Yeah. He's had a tough go.
Is he doing all right?
I haven't heard. He's been in the hospital for a couple weeks.
Ugh.
Had to have emergency surgery and didn't sound like it went well.
Oh, bummer. That's crazy.
Yeah.
We just had someone in our community pass away. I didn't know him. I met him once, maybe twice. But it was a big blow to our community. Kind of out of the blue.
Yeah, this was kind of a shocker. He was just in our group talking about Horizon RC Fest and all that.
Yeah.
And the monster truck racing there. And then I didn't hear from him for whatever. And then just out of the blue, I saw this post that everybody put up there that, to send prayers up for him because, he'd been in the hospital and yeah. So haven't heard anything but that one post. And then they did a GoFundMe. So posted that, went and drop some money. I need to go back and drop some more. I got a little more that's come in through my store that I got through PayPal I could put in.
Nice.
But
I'm
yeah,
glad.
I know he's got a ton of medical bills and he can't work because of it. And yeah.
I'm glad your store's picking back up.
Yeah, it did for the week, and then it dropped off hardcore, probably because everybody bought at one time.
Well, speaking
so
of which,
slow the last week, but yeah,
I got to put these on.
nice.
You sent me these right as I got sick, and so I haven't had a chance to put these on yet. So I was going to hang this from my little overhead rig here.
I just have it hanging there.
Yeah, I think
That's
it
hilarious.
might be a little too strong right in my face.
Yeah, those don't come in them anymore.
No,
those were a first 100 run.
I got to figure out. So I have are yours the same size as the Trio wheels? Or are yours the same size as Endura wheels?
Endura.
Okay.
Yep.
I've got, what about
I got a bunch more of those in too.
What about the NSX or NSH or NHX?
NHX.
Do you know what size those are? Because I got a set of those and I got a set of yours.
I think they're Endura size as well.
But I got a set of the Trio and a set of the Endura pine trees.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to figure out what wheels will work with it. So try them out. That's too bad. Sorry, Joseph. So, all right. Well,
alrighty. I'll go try and check in and see how that's all doing.
Yeah,
we can help out there. But yeah, good to have you back on here. And
thanks, man.
I can't wait to see what the MT12 does.
Well, let's see. I'll try to shoot the video tomorrow morning. And maybe I could have it up the following day. We'll see.
Shoot it in a way you don't have to edit it for the first one. That's all I'll say. And then while you're there, also shoot something to edit. That's what I do. I'll spend 5 minutes just running and showing it in a natural and talking about it. And then I'll do another one where it's more just cool shots and all that and upload that as separate.
Yeah. I did take some glam shots already, but I've got I want to do. It's so hard. I don't know how to do that. I'm not good at that. I'm not good at that 90-second freestyle, one take. Yeah, I'd like to do that.
You don't even need to. Just walk over and kick it over and just have fun bashing it.
Yeah.
For 5 minutes. Let people know. So that way they can see how it rolls, how it jumps, how it lands.
Yep.
That's what people want to see. Because so many touched up videos is like, cool takeoff, cool jump.
Yeah.
Did they actually land it? We'll never know.
Right.
Because they cut to a different angle.
Yeah.
Or they did land it. But yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do a quick unboxing splash on Instagram and on Shorts tomorrow, and then I'll do the video and then try to get it up tomorrow night.
Yep. Cool, man. Well, you guys take care. Black Market missed it. We talked about his mini chassis earlier.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of my next builds. Super nice.
Let us know, Black Market, when you do that raffle, and we'll talk about it here and try to get people to get in on that raffle.
Yep.
So be very cool. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for the wishes of feeling better. I appreciate that. It's good to be back. I miss this. I miss your musk, and I miss the pump action of my Daisy BB gun to shoot you in the baby maker.
Goodbye, guys. I'm closing this thing down.